Hey, church family, it's Pastor Mark. Just want to thank you. Many of you have reached out to me just checking on my health. It's been good. This is my last day of quarantine, and so praise the Lord. I'll be able to be at church on Sunday and look forward to gathering with some of you in person, with the rest of you online. We are well aware that Arapahoe County has moved to level red. What they've asked us to do as a church is to reduce capacity to 50. So we want to encourage everyone to go to mabc.church/RSVP and sign up. Put your name down, register, all that sort of good stuff. But that's been the only sort of thing that they've asked us to do, is to go to 50 people. Now, it's funny, it says 25% capacity, which in our sanctuary is over 190. But they said no more than 50, so okay. So we're going down to 50. Others have asked, well, what about if we have 51 or 52 or whatever show up? And, my concern is that every sort of societal indicator of a problem is up during the quarantine. And things like, divorce has skyrocketed, alcohol abuse, drug abuse, suicidal thoughts, mental illness, all these things are skyrocketing. And so do we really want to put ourselves in a position where we believe that the only hope is through Jesus Christ? The only hope is Jesus, and yet, let's say the 51st person walks in our door, even if it's somebody we know or it's somebody we don't know, it's a guest, it's a member, it's whatever, and we say, no, I'm sorry, you can't come in here. And yet that's somebody who's struggling with divorce or suicidal thoughts. They might go home, use alcohol, abuse alcohol, use drugs. Are we really comfortable with that? My answer is no. I'm not okay with that. COVID is real. We want to encourage everyone to just really be careful about masks and small groups and gathering outside the church and all that other sort of stuff. Going to the store, all those things. Just, we're on this together. Just be careful at the same time. This thing is real and its side effects too. Watch out. Some might say, well, Pastor, I'm not comfortable with us going up to 51 or 55 or, what's the limit? I've got a little bit, and I don't mean this jokingly, but I've got a little bit of a speeding ticket attitude towards it. If a police officer pulled me over for going 51 and a 50, I'd think he's being pretty ridiculous. If he pulled me over for going 55 and a 50, I'd still say, come on, man. If I'm going 65 and a 50, that's a problem. Not to say I never do it. But I get it. And so some have said, well, what if we do have 65? And we've been consistent in this. We're not going to count volunteers. We're temp checking volunteers, but we're not going to count them. And that 50 rule, because it's considered if you were to go to a grocery store and let's say they have a limit, it's not including their staff. And for us, essentially, volunteers are staff. But if we say, let's say we look back on Monday and see that we had 65 people, 70 people, then we'll have a conversation. Because at that point, that's a little bit of a problem. But I would really just hope for us as a church to have the attitude that we don't exist just for ourselves. We exist for the community. We're going to love and respect one another. The old adage goes, where you have 100 Baptists, you have 100 opinions. And so I've got people, in our church, and I'm not saying this for any sort of, compassion. I just need everybody to have this perspective. There are people who think that we've done too much as far as the guidelines are concerned. There's people who think we've done too little. There's people who are now uncomfortable with coming to church on Sunday. And I would just encourage you, stay home. Gather online, and then when it's safe for you to regather in person, you need us. I need you. We need one another. So please, as you're considering coming to church on Sunday, ask yourself some questions. Have I RSVP'd? MABC.church/RSVP. 2, am I comfortable in coming to worship if there's 52 people in the room when there's only supposed to be 50? Am I sick? I had to quarantine because somebody who I was at an event with was sick. And so if you're sick, if you're showing symptoms, stay home. Don't get other people sick. Be willing to wear a mask throughout the entire service. And then, if you're saying, I can't do those things, worship with us online. Love you guys. It's a joy and a privilege to be your pastor. See you on Sunday in person or online.